I believe in the power of learning, and so does Smart Deal Academy. This incredible nonprofit serving the greater Charlotte area is changing lives through personalized tutoring, homeschool teaching, and enrichment classes for students of all ages. From pre-K phonics to private music and Spanish lessons, Smart Deal creates a safe, joyful space where kids grow in confidence and curiosity. This work only happens because of generous donations from those who believe every student deserves a chance to thrive. Every dollar fuels one-on-one support, creative programming, and the kind of encouragement that sticks with a child for life. Be a part of that impact by visiting smartdeal.com and make a tax-deductible donation today. Let's build a brighter future together.
Make your day richer than it was before. Got some good times knocking upon your front door.
Okay, well, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Well, first of all, I want to talk about your location because you're in Greensboro.
I am in Greensboro. I love Greensboro.
I love Greensboro. There's a great consignment store there and a great massage therapist.
Are you talking about Reconsidered Goods or are you talking about Design Archives downtown?
I'm talking about, oh my gosh, now you're going to put me on the spot that I can't think of the name of it. I'll tell you, I'll check during the break and get back to you on which one it is. But I love it there. How long did you grow up there?
Did not. So my parents moved me around like every 2 years, but I didn't want to move my kids around. So I have been here 17 years. This is the longest I've ever lived anywhere. Anywhere.
Does that feel, that must feel good? Or does it feel like, what does that feel like?
You know what? I'm ready to go.
Really?
I am. And I don't think, I think I'm ready to go someplace else, but I don't think wherever I go, I will stay. So I think I'll just feel something out and then go feel something else out. But I think, but also because my kids grew up here, I think we'll always have a base here.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So
it totally
they're
makes sense.
going to always want to come back and visit friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll always have people here.
Do you have any idea where you want to go yet?
You know, honestly, I was thinking I wanted to go to New Zealand, but
not where I thought that was going to go, but okay.
I wanted to go to New Zealand, but I took a side trip to Japan in February because I heard the Creepy Nuts were playing the Tokyo Dome. So I'd never wanted to go to Japan before, but after that trip, I'm like, I got to go back to Japan.
Why not?
So yeah, why not? I'm like, I'm still young. Let me do things.
It's so funny. When we moved from Texas to, we're outside of Charlotte, but like on the border of South Carolina and North Carolina, we thought, well, we'd never been here, bought the house sight unseen, all that stuff. And we were like, well, if we don't like it, we just move. Like, why not? But I never thought, well, maybe I'll move to New Zealand from Charlotte. But hey, I love that. I love that. How many kids do you have?
I have 2 daughters that I birthed, and then I have 2 stepsons who are older. So my youngest daughter is 17, and she'll be graduating high school in May. So I feel like I'm an empty nester, so I can do whatever I want now.
Is that also maybe while you're starting to get like, okay, now what happens?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
That's so fun. I love that. I love that. Well, we're not here to talk about and help you move, although I've got great resources for, well, I don't know if I have any realtors in New Zealand, but we can figure that out for you. We'll do a series on this show on your move. That'll be fun. But we're here to talk about your books, I think. Yes.
Yes.
Did you always write? Was that always part of your life?
Do you want to know? So I tell people this all the time, but I was severely dyslexic when I was younger, and I did not read. I did not read. I read my first book cover to cover when I was in junior high school.
Wow.
And that was very eye opening for me. And I come from a long line of oral storytellers. Like my mom tells stories, my great aunt tells stories, my dad tells stories. Everybody tells stories, but nobody writes them down. So over the years, those stories change. And I don't know, it was actually in my 20s, a friend of mine, she was getting married and it was an arranged marriage. And she was not having the best night before the wedding. And so I told her, I was like, we could just run. I'm like, why don't we just, I'm like, we can just, jump out the window, jump in the car, head someplace else. And she's like, Christina, we can't do that. And I was like, we could totally do that. Like we're smart women. We'll go get jobs and get an apartment and it'll be fine. But she didn't listen to me. She went through with it. And so I wrote Anne of Survivor because I was like, what happens if she ran?
Mm.
Now, in today's day and age, it doesn't matter. We get jobs, we get apartments. We might have some strife with our family for a little bit. Hopefully they forgive us, but life would move on. So, as I started writing this story for my friend, I was like, let's make it a little more interesting and make it late 1500s where it's not so easy to move around when women are still looked at as property. So that's where the story came about. And I wrote it, I gave her a copy, and then my copy sat in a box for years. Years until my daughter found it.
And you never wrote anything after that?
I didn't write. I've
Oh.
always dabbled in like poetry,
Mm-hmm.
but as far as novels, that was my first one. And I didn't know if I could do it again. I honestly didn't know. And since then, Anne of Survivor is now a 7-book series. I've already got them all mapped out. And I've also written some rom-coms in the interim. So I'm doing quite a bit of writing in my free time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And is it true that the reason why it really exists, because you said it was sitting in a drawer, is that one of your daughters found it?
my eldest daughter was in Battle of the Books. She
Mm.
is a voracious reader. She reads so much. And she found this manuscript and she was like, Mom, what's this? And I was like, Oh, that's a book I wrote. Complete and utter silence. And she's like, Wait, you wrote a book? And I was like, Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wrote it for your Aunt Uba. And she's like, Do you mind if I read it? And I was like, Yeah, go ahead, knock yourself out. I was just making dinner. Like, yeah, go ahead. I don't
Yeah.
care. So she read it. And then she's like, Do you mind if I share it with my Battle of the Books team? And I said, Sure, go ahead. I don't care. I came home from work one day and I had a group of young women in my kitchen very angry with me because it's A, not published, and B, they wanted to know about 2 other characters in the
What
story.
happened? Yeah.
They're like, what about this character? What happened to her? And we really like this guy, and what's his deal? And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, well, I was kind of interested about that character, and I thought maybe one day I would write something for her. And they were like, well, you need to. So they pressured me for a good 2 years, and I started writing that character story.
That's
And that's
so fascinating to me. Did
so
you,
that's how oh, that's how one book becomes 7. By
of course,
the
of
way.
course. Was it something like you had put it away and did you forget about it? Or was it something that like you had thought about? Or like, did you even remember that you had it?
I knew I had it, but I think there's always something in the back of your mind where you're like, well, maybe it's not good enough.
Uh huh.
You know, I was like, I just did it for shits and giggles, and
Yeah,
I accomplished what I meant to do with it, which was to gift it to a friend, and that was it.
that was it.
That was it.
And now it's part of a 7 book series.
Yes.
Did you change anything from that? Well, I'm sure you did, but like from that original manuscript that was sitting in the drawer, How close to Anne of Survivor, now that's published, is it?
It's extremely close,
Wow.
except I think the biggest change is that I became a mom.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was not very kind to the parents in the
Mm.
original. So after having kids and realizing what it is to be a parent and all the things you worry about, I was like, oh, I need to be a little kinder to these parents. Like they're really not evil.
Yeah, that's a funny lesson to learn, isn't it?
Yes. So I think even my daughter, she read the new version and she was like, wow, mom. She goes, the end of the book is so beautiful because it kind of ends on a sweet note with the parents. And she's like, that was well done. And I was like, why, thank you. So,
Oh, who would you say that the book is for? Like, what age group is it? Like your daughter's age, or is well, who's it for?
I originally I would say young adults,
Okay.
and mainly girls from 13 through their 20s. I've found that I've actually found that there are guys who come to my book events and they're like, "Oh my God, I love this book," because it's kind of swashbuckling
Uh-huh.
and there's a lot of action adventure in it. And I also have like grown women who come up to me like, "Oh my God, where's book two?" So I think it spans larger than I was looking for as far as an audience goes. But I'm really glad because I just want to entertain people. I want people to have fun. I
Yeah.
want them to love my characters the way I do.
Oh. How does it become in your head? How do you know it's 7 books? I'm like I've never written a book. I don't think I'm smart enough to do that to even plan out one book, let alone 7 in advance and know this is when we're releasing. How do you know it's 7?
Well, because so I'm long-winded. So I already know.
It could be 4, but we're gonna make 7. Yeah.
So it like Anne, it started off, the manuscript was just Anne. And my publisher said, this is too big for a young adult book. You know, you're not J.K. Rowling. Nobody's going to pick up a 600-page book and say, okay, I'm going to read this,
Mm-hmm.
especially young adults. So they made me break it into 2 books. And I was like, okay, I get it. So I had to write a new ending for book one and a new beginning for book two. So then when I started writing the next person's story, I was like, okay, this is going to be 2 books as well. So because there's so much that happens and I want the reader not just to read the words on the page. I want them to feel it. So there's a lot of detail, there's a lot of characters, and I want to spend the time introducing these characters so that my audience really loves them. Even the
Mm-hmm.
mean characters, even the mean characters, like there's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of redemption arcs and everything because I think that people make mistakes and they should have the opportunity to redeem themselves. Not everyone, but most people in my stories do. So we make room for them to atone. And when I realized that Anne's story was 2 books and the next character story was 2 books, the third character who shows up in the third book, I was talking about her to my daughter and she's like, "Wow, this is going to be pretty dynamic." And I was like, "Yeah, it's going to be pretty dynamic." I was like, "I think I might have to do this." And then she's also giving me ideas and I was like, "That's cool, but that's not." And then as I retool it and I start making all of my plans, I realize, okay, this is going to be 2 books as well. But book number 7, I decided because there are characters I want to tell you about, but they're not characters necessarily want to write a novel for.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to try my hand at short stories recently. And I decided last year that the 7th book will be a collection of short stories of characters that I don't want to write full novels for.
Oh, that's so smart. That's so smart.
So,
How does that feel like personally to go from not reading to now having a mini library of books that you've written? How does that feel to like know that you've done that?
Surreal.
Yeah.
It feels really surreal because I I never thought that I would be a writer like this. I didn't have like I liked writing like poetry because it's short. You write it really quickly, it's done, you move on. But I love reading now. I love it so much. And so for me, I start writing these stories and I spend time with these characters and they're like friends, you
Mhm.
know? And so it's kind of like when you go out with your friends, you go out with your friends, you don't see them for a while, and then you're like, huh, I wonder what they're up to.
I gotta check in
Except
with
I
them.
get to write what they're up
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. Yes. How does that how do
So,
you this is I don't know if any well, I feel like everybody answers this question, but um how do you decide how all these characters live throughout a series like that? Like, is this a very detailed Excel spreadsheet with all of these details, or are you having an outline and you're kind of making it up as you write it?
yes and no.
Yeah.
So, so first of all, like I love characters. So the first thing I do is I create a character, and that character gets thrown into situations and they have to behave the way that they were written. So it's not like it's so sometimes they do things that are surprising to me.
Hmm.
Like I would not do that, but this matches this person's personality. So I can have a plot line all drawn out and the characters totally trash it. It happens. So I literally, in book one, created a character to be a crutch for another character. And now that character is a main character.
Oh wow.
So, and I didn't expect her to be, but she just kind of took on a life of her own and she's really sassy. And she was like, I want to be heard. So I was like, okay, well, fine then. You get your own book. So
You
sometimes
say so.
they just take over and you just go with it despite whatever you have on the page. And sometimes you end up in a place that you weren't expecting and it's a beautiful thing, and sometimes you end up in a place that is not so beautiful and you're just like, well, crap, I'm an American, I want a happy ending. So then it becomes a longer story.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I feel like I would be just rambling and rambling and rambling with no, and then I'd be like, I don't know, this book is this thick. I don't know how to break it. This is why I'm not a writer. And I just talk to the good writers out there.
That's what
Are you,
editors are for.
that's true. That's true. I don't think I could pay an editor enough to figure out what to do with the book I wrote. Are you seeing in any of your kids that they're into writing now that they're seeing you love it so much?
My eldest daughter actually wrote a poem and was published at the age of 9.
Oh my gosh.
So she does poetry writing, but it's only for herself now. She does, I don't think she really wants to get into it. She's studying psychiatry, so she's looking at graduate schools and stuff now.
Mhm.
So I'm like, yeah, that's a lot. You go ahead. Yay, you. But
Yeah.
I was like, I'll be
That's
the starving artist and
yeah,
I'll look to
yeah,
you for money.
yeah.
Um, my younger daughter, she is dyslexic like I am. It took a long time for her to get to read, and she started reading manga, and now she reads novels, but she's not going to write anything.
Mhm.
She's absolutely not. She's funny as mess, and I think she should, but she's not gonna.
That's so great. We're hoping that the second book is out in December, right?
It's already on Kindle. So, whatever. I'm just going to be real. Like,
Right.
I freaking love that book so much. And when I went back to reread it, I couldn't believe I wrote it.
Oh wow.
That's how much I love that book. And I'm hoping, I'm hoping book three and book four are just as good. So, but there are times where I will there are times I will write something and I'll have like 5 chapters in,
Hmm.
and I'll take a break. And for some reason in the back of my mind, I'm like, that was total crap. I wrote, oh, hi,
Our stage manager.
Poppy.
Come here.
So
Very bossy.
I
Yeah.
I would think it's just total junk, and I will consider tossing it. And I've had friends say, "No, Christina, don't do that. Don't toss it.
Hmm.
Just think about it, and then go back and see what you think." And I'll go back and read it, and I'm like, "Wow, wait a second. That was actually pretty funny. That was good. What? Why did I think it was junk?" Sometimes you get so trapped in the world that you have to take a step back to see if it's
Mm.
any good. And right now, I'm in the midst of writing 3 and 4, and I've started book 5. So I've taken about a month to step away so that I can go back and fine tune it before
Yeah.
sending it to my editor.
Yeah, it's art, right? Like you need to take a break from it. You need to let it breathe. You get so into it. And I suppose it's also like it's never really done, right? Like you could probably find something every single time you go through it to change or do differently every time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I try not to, once it's to the editor, I'm like, okay, that's done. That's
Yeah.
done.
Yes. Yes.
Like, Nick, don't look at it anymore. It's done.
Uh-huh.
So,
Uh-huh.
but then it just, it's like a relief almost as well, because then you're like, okay, I can move on to the next project.
Hmm.
And that's also really good because there's so many ideas. I used to be so afraid that I was going to run out of ideas, and it hasn't happened yet. So I'm really thankful for that.
Hmm.
Uh, because once something's done and it's to the editor, and my editor and I, we have come to fisticuffs on occasion about something. But once we come to a good place, I'm like, okay, this is good. I'm done. I can move to the next project
Mm.
and give that my focus.
Yeah.
But I've also, like I said, in the interim, written 2 rom-coms, and I publish those under a different name only because they're not 50 shades, but they're more like 35, and I don't want my young adults
Mhm.
to read them.
Uh-huh.
So don't want them to pick it up like, ooh, this
Don't
is
get confused.
another.
Yes.
Yeah, like, no,
Uh-huh.
don't read that. 13-year-olds do not read.
Yeah.
So, and those are completely different. Those are more contemporary writings and series, the Queen, that I feel like I have a lot of possibilities. And I'm not one to like too many options, but right now I have a lot of options and I'm liking it. Like, I hate reading menus. I hate
Hmm.
reading menus because if there are a lot of options, then I get frustrated and I just go, that one, that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And I hope I like it. But right now I have so many options, but they're all good options.
Mm.
So I feel like anything I choose, it'll be okay. Like
Hmm.
I told you, maybe I'll move to New Zealand. Maybe I'll move to Japan. Maybe I'll move to New York. Who knows?
Who knows?
But
Maybe you stay
whatever
in
happens,
Greensboro for another 40 years. We don't know.
don't say that.
Oh, we'll edit that part out.
I love Greensboro. I have a lot of friends here, and I live close to downtown in the historic district, and I absolutely freaking love Greensboro, but I need a change. I want to meet new
Yeah.
people. I want to
Yeah.
do new things.
I hear
So
you. I hear
17
you.
years is a long time.
Yes. Yes. I lived in Wisconsin for 30 and
I don't know
that was
what that's
20.
like, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's like.
I hope you never do. I hope you never do. What's the best way that people can connect with you out there in the world?
I would probably say, Instagram.
Okay.
So at the Nkrumah Mensah. And then also I have a website, www.between-the-line.com.
Okay.
So that's another place that they can reach out to me. But yeah, Instagram's probably the easiest.
Okay, good. Before we head out today, will you play a game with me?
Sure.
Okay. It's easy, I think. There's no pressure.
I hope.
No pressure, but if you win, our entire studio audience gets a copy of Anne of Survivors. So no pressure, but
What?
there's no one here. But I like to pretend that a lot of people are doing it.
The puppy's there.
Yes, she will win, and she will love it. It's called 3 in 5. Okay, I'm gonna give you.
Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna give. Have you ever played 5 second rule?
No, but I'm
Okay.
about to, I guess.
Yeah, kind of. But not because I don't want to get sued. I'm going to give you a category, and
Mhm.
you have 5 seconds to name 3 things in that category. And most of them are around young adult novels, things that you might know. Okay. To get 3 out of 5. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm gonna try.
Name 3 things found in a young adult love scene.
Uh, oh my God, what? 3 things? Uh,
Time is up. So sorry. We'll try
I
again. We'll
I
try again. That's okay. We have
no
options.
clue.
You don't have to get all of them. That's why you get three
I
out of
was
five.
thinking like sneakers. Let's see sneakers.
The example answers here were blushing, awkward silence.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right, that's okay. That's fine. Everyone, calm down. Name 3 young adult authors.
J.K. Rowling,
Mhm.
Robin McKinley,
Mhm.
and Marcia H. Crutchen.
Perfect. See, you're back on track. Back on track. One down. Name 3 book titles with 1 word.
3 book titles: Lost, Anne, and Unbroken.
There you go. See, I mean, I gave you a little extra time, but you got it. That's all that matters. All right. If you get this one, the entire audience gets Anne of Survivor. Name 3 magical objects.
Wand, dragons, and books.
Look how easy that was. You did it for the audience. Everyone here is getting a copy of Anne of Survivor.
Woo! Get your copy today.
And she has signed them all as well because she's just that nice. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. This was fun.
Congratulations on everything. And
Thank
come
you.
back anytime a book flies out of you and is on paper somewhere.
Absolutely, I'll do that.
Okay, good. I appreciate it.